Welcome back to the 32 Sound Podcast. It's your host, Avery.
You got Mark in the building.
And we're here to our special guest,
Taylor Bentley, whatever the fuck I want to go by.
That's what I'm talking. This is our first lady guest, so this is a monumental moment for the podcast as well.
Yay. Exciting. Insert clapping sounds.
So we want to jump off right into it. So we got Taylor Bentley in here with us. Can you tell us about the young Taylor Bentley? What was it like growing up? Who were you like? What kind of, how were you growing up?
I would say, fortunate enough for me, the same person that I am today is who I was as a kid. So I don't know if that means like I was mature for a young person or I'm childish as an adult, maybe a little bit of both. But just overall, what's the word I'm looking for? Performance arts. I went to school, Langston Hughes. I was acting there. I was in the newspaper for being Rosa Parks. I was in the newspaper at Holcomb for Lion King musical, did ballet. I was in band. I was the cousin everybody took to the parties to dance, do the little hip roll and shit. Won all the dance battles.
That was back when Pretty Ricky was dropping a song.
For real.
Facts.
No, for real. I was young as hell doing all that. And talent shows, like anything that had to do with me, I would say entertaining. I've always been in that as a younger kid.
Dope you say that because I don't know, like earlier today I was talking with one of my friends and we even talked about this on the podcast, is knowing yourself early. Some people they go to college or they get to know themselves later in life, but it's very rare, and it's a level of maturity when you know who you are early. I feel like you don't make certain decisions, and I don't know, you save yourself certain things because you know when it's time to choose yourself, type of thing.
Yes. Although I realize that now, there was a point in time where I strayed away from that. I'll say 11th grade.
Okay.
I always wanted to work, so like I got a job early. I snuck and got a job when I was 14. So I always had like, a thing for hustling, quote unquote, like having to have my own cheese. But after, I was at 11th grade up until the pandemic, I was heavy on being corporate, benefits, 401k, just having yourself established. I always worked. And I was a medical biller and coder, you feel me? So, like, I was always doing something of, I would say, a financial standard for my age. And I was doing that because that's what I thought that life was. But in the process of that, I found, like, damn, it's not fun. Making money and then having to come back somewhere that you're not trying to be, I'm in this bitch crunching every day for another 90 days so I can get the fuck up out of here. That's not ideal. And then I don't really have a social life because I don't know how to integrate myself into the media world without having a media background. So I end up going to Specs Howard for broadcasting communications to kind of like get myself in there for being on the back end of things to end up falling in love with being in front of the camera all over again. So it was like around that time it clicked, like, damn, I feel like a kid. This is fun. This is what I want to do. Yeah. And it kind of like, oh, okay, this is what they mean by knowing yourself and fulfilling your purpose and tapping into your inner child. So, yeah, I most definitely lost that for a second.
That's dope. Were there like people in your life that kind of sometimes would talk to you like, hey, you need to get back to yourself? Or it was one of those things where like you had to really go on a self journey to find that?
Rest in peace to Huey. Long live mine, long live Huey. He was in Dope Div. So around the time that like Detroit Shay and we had like the car shows of Currency and Early Mac and shit like that was going on. That's my best friend. We went to school together. So and he was a couple years older than me, but he was in that scene, like the underground Detroit scene or whatever. And when I would say explore my creative side, I was sending that shit to him. Yeah. So I was making beats first. My bad. I was making beats first, and I was sending him beats. Then I started like playing with mics. Like, oh shit, I sound sweet. Started sending that to him. Yeah. Then, I started doing little podcasts and shit like that and sending that to him. He was just like, bro, if you send me another thing and you don't put that shit out, I'm about to block you. And I'm like, well, don't block me. I need somebody to send it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else get it. Everybody lives this narrow path of go to college, get a good job, da-da-da-da. I don't have anybody who is really in this. And then, well, I'll take that back. My older cousin and my god sister, my cousin, her name is Cher, but she has a clothing line called Alex Cher. She always took me with her to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, like, fashion and styling. I was able to like get my hands in that aspect of things. But and then my god sister, she was just quirky, always into music. She lived in New York, so being able to travel and just like be around different cultures and shit like that, I was able to do. But other than that, I didn't really have any outlets because they were older than me and doing their own thing outside of him. So yeah, that was the only person that was just like, no, do that shit. And I lost him in 2019. So that was, like I said, right before the pandemic, like summertime. So when that happened, it was like, all right, I'm gonna put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? If anything, he gonna have to hear me through the airwaves or just through it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do it. Because I don't have nobody to send that shit to for real no more. Like, on that level, on that capacity, and get whether it's the validation or criticism. So, might as well just put it out there.
That's dope. I do want to ask too, because you mentioned you started making beats. I feel like a lot of people who are early in music, sometimes they have their first making beat story. They might have used loop makers or FL Studio. But what was the first software that you started using when you started making beats?
FL Studio. So when I was 13,
Yeah, for sure.
I was on Tiny Chat. I've always been big on like cyber sites. Like right now I'm streaming on Tag, which used to be a dating site, but now it's a streaming site. Anyway, I was on Tiny Chat and Soulja Boy came in and made a beat in the room. Kid you not.
That's
on
right,
everything.
yeah.
She was crazy. And I was like so tripped out telling my cousin, a girl who do fashion, I was telling Sharon, she was like, damn, she was going to, I think, Taft at the time. She was like, damn, this nigga just gave me this CD at FL like on a burn. You know what I'm saying? Nigga just burned it. He gave me a demo before demos was demos. Like, and we had this fat ass computer. My mama let me put it upstairs, and I was like, oh shit, this sweet. So that was my first time being introduced to like making beats, and I really liked it. I was good at it. Boom. Then when I was 17, I was introduced to it again. FL. My godbrother was making beats for just like a whole collective of niggas. And I was like, oh, okay, I could fuck around with this. But I never really took the time to sit down. Then, shit, again, what was that, 20? I was 20, shout out to Ray Legend. He was signed to Wu-Tang for some years.
Yeah.
That nigga sat down with me and was like, this is how you sample a beat, because I wanted to sample this Jill Scott beat so bad. Like, I just want to learn how to cut. Like, no.
Yeah.
So he showed me how to cut and like sample, like doing with the little scissors thing. And FL, you know what I'm saying? I had FL, what was it, 8? I think FL 10 maybe. And yeah, that nigga told me how to do that shit. I came back 24 hours later, sent that nigga a beat. He was like, wow, you're actually sweet.
Yeah.
But drums was never my thing. Melodies and samples, like chopping shit, I always had an itch for that, so.
So are there any producers specifically that you paid attention or you try to emulate? Because for me, like a lot of the times when people start early, they emulate who they always listen to. But were you influenced by that, or you was just in your own bag doing your own thing early?
I was in my own bag early. When I heard certain producers like Timberland, Scott Storch.
Yeah, for sure.
Ghost. When I found out DJ Quick was making all his beats, that shit was crazy because he raps sweet as fuck. Damn, beats great. Like, that's ideal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an artist, you're able to create your own sound. You already make your own words, so why not be able to just create your own ambiance? So that was just like, that was the motivation for me. It wasn't necessarily the sound. It was just like, damn, if I'm going to get comfortable doing anything, I'm going to have to learn how to do this shit myself. So let me go ahead and learn how to make beats. And I tried to incorporate their influence in my sound. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to be... I never thought to make a Detroit beat ever in my life until I started getting picked for ciphers and shit like that. Yeah. Like, I was never into that. I tried to figure out how to make as many Texas beats, as many Florida beats, like just the people, everybody I listened to was Southern based, you know what I'm saying? Or just on a different side of town. There was never East Coast or
good music is just
Midwest.
Good music is just good music across the board, really.
Literally.
Yeah.
They was everywhere. So I was just trying to figure out, like, shit, how can I make my own version of this? Because this shit is sweet. Let me go throw them in the back of that. Teach me how to sample. But when I started recording music, that's when I stopped making beats. Because that's when it became harder. Because when I made beats to make beats.
Exactly, yeah.
I was hearing shit for other niggas. I damn near turned it into a musical soundtrack. Like, can't nobody rap over this. Like, no, this is going in the background of you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit had turned into a movie scene or something like that. So I had to start resourcing the other niggas because I just couldn't get out my own way.
I know, like, since making beats as a producer, sometimes you make a beat, you done made a song on it, and then somebody come to you like, "Then this beat hard, let me buy it." You be like, ah.
A nigga bought a beat off me. Nigga bought one of my beats.
How did that feel?
That shit felt great.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was mad because I wanted it for me. I was like, nah, nope. I'm about to just rap. These niggas got me fucked up. What? You think you about to do better than me on my beat, nigga? What?
Yeah, and then if you hear the song and you don't like it, it's like, oh man. Yeah, you can't even look the person the same.
A lot of relationships are gone because of that. Like, damn, you was trash.
So what age did you So I know that you said you were making beats, you're looking into Spec Howard, but when you make that jump, like, yo, I'm officially rapping. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I'm in this bag. This is where I'm gonna be as far as music. When did that become a thing? Because I know a lot of people are serious with music, but it's sometimes people are good at a lot of things, and it sounds like you are good at a lot of things. So what made you say, this is what I'm gonna focus on?
So like I said, losing the mod was heavy. 2019 is when I actually like put myself out there, period. You know, because he was telling me that all year. And to lose me, it was just like, gotta put the gas on this. I gotta go do a video or something. You know, like I gotta make this shit a thing. Like I feel like I had to make him proud or something. And I think that was the push I needed to like put the gas on it. But I think I started going harder because, mind you, I said I wasn't rapping like how I'm rapping right now. I've always been into battle rap. That's always been my background. But I just didn't want that statistic pushed on me. You feel me? I didn't want I thought instantly niggas was going to put guns in my videos. That was just something that you needed to be when you was a Detroit hardcore rapper. Like, that's what I saw. So I was doing melodic music, smoke music. I smoke a lot, underground music, like the shit that I said I was influenced by beforehand, you know, more Southern-like music. And when I started getting feedback, critique, or love, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I can do this. Okay, this shit ain't as bad. Because like I said, I come from a performance background. So putting myself out there isn't necessarily a problem. But music is vulnerable. These are my thoughts. So it's just like, all right, these niggas ain't judging me too bad. All right. Yeah. All right, cool. You know, let me go do another reality check, make sure I'm signed with myself. Put some more shit out, see how they feel about this. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then when the crowd started responding to me, it was like, all right, I can do this. Like, it's not as scary as I thought it was. And this is something I love doing, you know? And then this is something you got to put your money into. So it wasn't like when I started doing it, I was doing it for money. Like, I didn't know I could get paid for this shit until I started getting paid for this shit. Then that's when I was like, oh, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. I do this shit in my sleep. I'm good. I see what I'm out. Oh, yep. Yeah. Here, with whatever bag, you're gonna, That's when it got serious. Like, that was the progression into how sound I am now.
I noticed listening to your music, listening to Ball Out or certain things, and then coming into now, it's like, so how can you say like the music over time? Because it sounds completely different to how it sounds now.
Damn. Ball Out was really fun. I like hardcore music. I listen to Chief Keef. I want to do that bang bang shoot 'em up shit. Like, that's what it is. Like, I be in this bitch rocking out too. Like, I'm like thug too. You feel me? Like, I just happen to look nice. You know, I watch the same movies you niggas watch. I play the same games. You feel me? I buy ski masks too. You know? So Ball Out was my, again, before being introduced to Detroit type beats, that's what I thought trap was. I was the Chief Keef, what's that nigga name? Long Live, Bankroll Fresh. Yeah. Like, fresh. I was in that bag. Old Jeezy. Like, that's trap. You feel me? I was in that bitch, like, in there catching shit. Like, niggas was like, hey, you rap slow. And I did. I rapped slow at the time. Yeah. Like, everything was slow for me. I was slow paced. I was high. You feel me? I was really, like, trying to get my voice together. Then, shout out to GMT. GMT sent me a cypher beat because I wanted to be on his platform. It's called I'm Up Next. And I'm Up Next had a cypher portion in it where everybody that was on there had to rap to this beat. And the beat was a Detroit type beat. Again, prior to that, never thought to do that.
But we just got a special somebody coming to the door. It might be Riz. Shout out. It is Riz.
What's the deal?
Yeah, what's the deal?
I'm about to roll up in a second. This lift ain't doing.
What's the deal with you? Oh, yeah, you good.
What's the deal?
But over time too, I know you said you started getting that feedback. But when did you start realizing like, yo, this is the avenue I should start using? Or, you know, this is the avenue, because that can always change too.
When you say this is the avenue, what do you mean?
Like, let's say as an artist, when you first start off, you have like I'm creating this music, right? But over time you grow, you start using different sounds. But a lot of that comes from the feedback that you get. Like, hey, I like this. So did that happen? It's like, hey, I'm gonna start going in this route, or it's just the evolution of how you just looked at music over time.
How do I want to put this? So once I got my rap feedback back, I realized, oh, there's a whole nother side of the city. Now, although I mingle with these niggas, I made Ball Out at White House. So I had like Cash and V's, like I'm on their alley. Like before they was who they were right now, when they were in the making, I was around for that process. So I was making music around them niggas and just like, you know, realizing, oh, there's a whole nother crowd of people out here that I might want to tap into, you know, because they make different type of music. Yeah. Or that I might want to force myself upon and make them like the shit that I like. Then when I got the opportunity to make that type of music, it was like, oh, okay, this is the type of shit that the other side of the city likes. Yeah. So how do I cater to them? Because what I've learned over time is you need the backing of your city, at least 60% of it, in order for you to be a successful artist. Because it's gonna, if this is a place that you repping, you know, this is where niggas is gonna come to for concerts and shit like that. If you can't sell tickets in your own city, you damn near trash. You might as well move somewhere else and claim another city. You know what I'm saying? Like the city that's gonna pay you the most. No, that's real shit. Yeah. You might as well go where the niggas is gonna pay you the most and say you from there and rep them, because it's gonna be better for your marketing. You know, like, so I feel for me, I love Detroit. I love Michigan, period. This is somewhere I'm going to stay for the rest of my life, have a stadium, whatever, music or not. You know, I know I'm born for entertainment. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take over my city right now, because it's a small market. Every girl got their own lane. So I'm going to take this one, you know, because this is what I do. You know, this is me authentically. When I hear these type of beats, this is what I want to say, you know, like I'm not embodying nobody else. Like, this is literally what's coming to my head. So shit, I was like, all right, you know, let's get the niggas that's actually contributing to the city, that's actually paying to come see people, let's cater to them. So that's kind of why I'm in the realm that I'm in. That's also the reason why I put out Proper Introduction, which was my first tape. It was a 5-5 split. With an interlude, so it came out 11 songs, boom. Yeah. But it was a 5-5 split to cater to the people that I already had with the type of music that I was already making, and then also show the city like, oh yeah, this bitch hard. We want this from her, and we could get this from her. Yeah. All right, we can stay here. Like, everybody can stay here now, because she's catering to all of us. Yeah. So it's like, it's more so like that. Like, I don't feel like I have to stray away necessarily of who I am, because I came to the game unique. Like, niggas don't know what to expect from me regardless. They look at me and think I'm a sing. And then when I get to rapping, they like, oh, shit. Yeah. And then they be like, oh, you can sing. Oh, shit. Now they got to call me for everything. Like Drake. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm more like Missy.
And I know you got a famous tag where you kind of say this too, she everywhere, right?
Yeah, she everywhere.
That is so, like, important, because you do the groundwork. Like, you literally are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So can you even speak on that? Because just as you make the music, you go to the studio, you also have to show up. You have to be consistent and on time, because it's an important part too. Yeah.
Well, first I want to say that tag wasn't even about me. I was telling somebody on tag about Dime, because she make beats. And right when she recorded, I was telling niggas like, no, nigga, she be everywhere. She everywhere. And she recorded me. But it was perfect for me as well. It was like, oh, shit, I do, you know, like, as far as style, as far as music, whatever, boom. But Okay, so the importance of being consistent and showing up, right? This is how you weed out the people who are going to have longevity in the game and then niggas who want to make money off of it, right? Or who's just doing it to do it. When you put your money into something, 9 times out of 10, you want your money back. That's how I look at it. And although this starts off as a hobby, once I realize it can be lucrative, I feel any person, once they realize they can make money from it, they will want to treat it like it's a job. So I treat this like it's a job because I want my money back. You know, so when I come to the studio, I'm serious. When I come to the studio, I'm prepared. Even though I don't write my music ahead of time or anything like that, at least I have my beats ready. You know what I'm saying? At least I know what sound I'm going for the most part. Video shoots, making sure I got my shit together, making sure I have treatments, making sure I have time, dates, head counts. You know what I'm saying? Just taking this shit as serious as if I had $1 million budget and the label was paying me. Because as an independent artist, when it comes down to, as an artist, period, you are your brand. Like you yourself. The legwork you do or don't do, the music you do or don't put out, the video shoots you do or don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't put out. You are your brand. What the people see is what the people feel they're going to get. So for me, I want to be in a position to always have leverage. So if I know I can sell out this many tickets, nigga, you gotta put this much money behind me because I know I can guarantee bring in this much for your club. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta pay me this much because I can guarantee you over this past couple of times I've had, it's almost like Instagram, right?
Yeah.
If you got this many interactions, you know you can make money off a post. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga doing 30,000 posts in a day, you could charge a nigga $20. If a nigga doing 1 million posts, you could $100. Like it's all your work. So I think that's really what it comes down to as far as mindset. If you really doing this shit so you can do this shit and you don't have to do anything else and this is your plan A, rest in peace, take off. If this gonna be your plan A, don't plan for a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to make your plan A work as if your plan B don't exist. Because I believe in having 1,000 plans. Every alphabet, A through Z. Have every plan you can. Because the dash in the middle is what counts. Do everything that you fucking like until you die.
Yeah. It's a couple things I don't even cut you off, man, but I do want to cover on. I noticed you said.
Can I roll up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You said that you don't write music anymore, right? Was that a thing that you done before, or did you eventually get into that space?
Water break. What SpongeBob? Water. Okay, right?
Oh man.
My cousins forced me to freestyle when I was 8 years old. I remember my rap when I was 8. And from then, I just thought that was what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So when I started rapping, I felt more comfortable saying what came to my head because I was in the moment. I don't really, still to this day, I'm learning how to really dig deep and grab emotion out and like put it into my songs without having to be in an emotional state, shall I say. Like, I went to the studio upset and made some hard shit. Like, you can tell that I was probably upset, a nigga who know me. I went to the studio and made some sad shit. Niggas who know me probably know I was sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for me to evoke this emotion, I'm trying to learn how to pull shit that I know that's inside of me without doing it. So I've always been like that. I'm learning to write, though. For the past, I'll say 2 months, I've been able to get 4 bars in without tripping over myself. And then, you know, and it helps. I like it. Like, I feel like I'm able to get the most out of my words. I admire people who write because you can hear, like, damn, that bitch said a lot. And it was profound. How the fuck did you do that? Because they wrote it out. You know, a lot of these people be poets. And it's like, you know, I have a hard time with categorizing everything and not just letting shit be.
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to break those barriers. And over time, I think my journey with my supporters and my fans and the people who are coming, they're going to learn to love me more because they're going to be like, damn, this bitch is getting seasoned. Like, even from the people who know me from Walla to now, they're like, damn, this bitch seasoned. even from my performance, I got dancers now. You feel me? Like, this bitch seasoned. Like, it's going to be one of them things where it's timeless. Like, just the journey itself is going to be timeless. Fuck the music aside. So, yeah, I enjoy freestyling. I'm going to get to a point where I can write full songs. For some reason, I turned dyslexic. And when I go to the studio after writing that shit, I be like, what the fuck was I saying? And I end up having to freestyle the last 4 bars. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, because I done said 3 things that don't make fucking sense, but the first 2 and the last 2 bars match. Yeah. I done gave myself a homework assignment. Yeah, no, I be typing too fast, fingers little. I'm only 5 feet. So, you know, them bitches fat, they get to going. I'm texting 30 things. I hate texting. Texting, typing, all that shit.
Nah, for real. Like, just sitting here, like, seeing you, like, spill and share your story with us. Like, you obviously you about to blow up. Like, you
feel it in my spirit.
Like, you about to be on.
Thank you.
What's, for you, what do you think has been the biggest obstacle, especially being, like, a female rapper, to, like, I wouldn't say hinder you, but what do you think the biggest obstacles you had to overcome being a female rapper in the game?
The biggest obstacle as a female in any industry, right? Because even in the corporate world, is being able to still maintain your woman, like your feminine energy, and work amongst men without them projecting how they feel onto you. You know, some guys, a lot of men feel like women are good for certain things, and some of these women are, you know, not taken away from that, but you can't put that on every woman when they showing you that that's not what they into, or that's not what they come with, at least not initially. And I feel like that's in every field. You know, that's going to be an obstacle for every woman when you in a male-dominated industry, unless you're going to fucking bake, you know? But when you go over there, they being super nice to you as a man. So it's just like, it's so competitive. You know what I'm saying? That it's like everybody got to go through the mud, and they don't give a fuck if you got on a pink skirt or not. You're going to have to get in the mud, and you got to choose which batch of mud you want to get in. And I just choose not to get into that side. Like, sometimes it's sexual. Like, some people will not give you beats, not give you songs, not give you features. See, Mulatto was talking about that. Like, one person, she didn't name, but one big male was trying to not give her a feature because she didn't want to fuck. You know, and you're going to have to deal with that no matter if you underground or mainstream. So you really got to keep your nose clean, and you really got to stand on business. And that's why I see why a lot of people have a lot to say about people like Nicki Minaj, because you kind of got to be a bitch. You got to be the bad guy. You got to be okay with standing 10 toes against whoever and whatever they're going to give you. Even Kyrie Irving, you know, just all these Kanye West niggas who are willing to stand 10 toes, and whatever you going to throw at me, I'm going to take, because this is what I do. This is how I'm coming. I'm not going. So, yeah, as a female, I just got to remain 10 toes at all times. And I got to make sure, even within myself, like, don't fold. Because it can get tempting, you know? Like, everybody want money for the right amount. What is niggas willing to do? A lot of people sell their soul. Whatever they soul look like, you know, it could be their house, their car, it could be anything, you know what I'm saying? Wait, something you value, something that's coming from you is what your energy. And, you know, you just got to keep that in mind as a female. Like, don't just be out here dating niggas because they can advance you. Don't be out here just doing anything because it can advance you, because it's going to take your credibility away. And that's the only thing that we got. We ain't got no balls. You know how y'all be like, all I got is my balls and my word. We ain't got no balls. All we got is our word and our actions. If we come in here acting like we about to fuck, then that's what we going to get. You know? And it's like, we just got to... And guys, y'all know, y'all got to stop making that shit hard for us. Y'all got to stop making that shit hard for us. Y'all don't expect that. If we come in like a dyke, y'all gon'... If we come in dressed up like a dude, they gonna project onto us, oh, she wanna be a nigga. If we come in dressed like this, oh, you about to dance? Yeah. We really don't have no room to be a woman in the male-dominated industry. So, yeah, that's the biggest obstacle, and really the only obstacle that I feel females is gonna face in just male-dominated industries, period.
So, we're talking about your upcoming, or the project you recently dropped, whatever the fuck, or whatever TF.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
What was your statement with that then? Like, what was the reason behind dropping that the way you did, the whole The whole
Hey,
breakdown of it.
fuck all that. Shout out to Mark Clayton. This is my first time linking up with him. I created a whole
Appreciate it.
tape with him. This is a light mix. We ain't even do the full, because when I dropped this bitch on all platforms, we going like, get like, this was great. This was awesome. Good chemistry. Amazing. Thank you so much. Because that was in a timely fashion. Like, that was fluid. There was, the only thing in my mind was, damn, I ain't dropped a tape in a year. I ain't put out nothing for my fans, my supporters. Niggas want to know what I'm doing right now. I ain't put shit out. And at that time, the type of the vibe I was in, the mood I was in, I was feeling it. You know, it's red and black in here. Whether y'all can see it or not, I don't know right now. But it was nice lights, dark smoke in here, and he had water, and a beanbag, heaters. Like, it was just the vibe for me. I could take my shoes off, carpet clean. Yes, it was a vibe. I was able to create some great shit, and I was like, damn. I'm about to put this out. Y'all niggas about to like this. And in return, I would say I got to bond with some of the producers because those were YouTube beats. Majority of them was. I've always made YouTube my thing. My first mixtape on SoundCloud with Ball Out on it was called YTBO, which is YouTube beats only. So my goal was to always put myself out there with niggas on YouTube so we can tap in because they was making the shit that I like. I didn't know nobody in the city that, and I'm still like that. And even mainstream artists is doing it now. You feel me? So that's gonna always be a thing for me. So yeah, shout out to Jablo. He did Bubbles, slow-mo beats. I was able to find Nito beats off that bitch. Like, it was lit. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna do this more often too, And it brought traction to my YouTube. It brought, I'm gonna say, analytics to me. Like, damn, all right, this is what niggas like. This is what niggas want to hear. Okay, this type of shit. Okay, cool. It was good to see that niggas was interacting with me off of Instagram.
Yeah.
It was more so that, like, all right, let me see if these followers is real. If my followers is real, did I really gain traction for real? And it worked.
That's dope. I do have like a specific question about one of the songs on there.
Okay.
16th Hour. I know you were talking a lot about military background, time and stuff. Do you have military background in your family? Is that something, or it's just...
Yeah. So my cousin, he's in the Navy. I don't know his rank, but he's very important out there. Him and Antoine Fisher is the reason that I wanted to join the Navy. And I had a crazy story about that, but we can talk about that another time. But I didn't go. So I always liked that aspect of things. I liked the structure that they have. And when I seen my cousin's phone one day, it was like, oh, this shit's sweet. You know what I'm saying? He was able to break it down to me, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. And I found myself explaining it to other people in a way that it was significant to me. You feel me? Like, it's always good to check and see what you doing with your 24th hour. Like, when people be like, time is an illusion, right? Time is an illusion, especially when you reading it like that, Yeah. So it's like when you reading it in military time, you actually know what hour you doing what. So nigga, in my 11th hour, I have done this much. Or nigga, in my 11th hour, in 11 hours, I ain't did shit.
Yeah.
I didn't do a damn thing. In a full 11 hours, I look up my...
Yeah.
When that bitch hits 0-0, I feel like that's just another reset, It's it just puts you in that mindset. Like, all right, I got another day to start over, another stopwatch to clock in and redo it. So I just feel the significance in that. It's like, okay, that's my significance with military time. Always.
It's a dope answer for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So obviously, like on your social media too, like I got a chance to go through it. Like,
Thanks.
Like, obviously, you got. I feel like you got a real following. Your fans are engaging with you. What would you say to artists who are coming up trying to build that following, build a fan base? This is very. I wouldn't say it's very difficult, but that's the hardest thing I feel like a lot of artists do is building that organic fan base who gonna rock with them like every drop. What's been your secret?
So let's put this out here. Prior to me rapping, I had no Instagram. Like, when I graduated high school, I deleted all my social media.
Same.
Yeah, I didn't want to see nobody, meet nobody, none of that shit. I just wanted to go through life and think.
Smart. Don't delete your social media.
You're right, because I was Instagram and Facebook famous. Like, I could have been a bigger influencer now, if I wouldn't have stopped that shit then, even on Vine, like I was actually a fucking personality. And when I cut that shit off, I got into, again, that's when I lost my inner child. I got into that real world shit. Like, oh no, I need a crib by this age. I need this by this age. My credit needs to be right. You know, I started thinking about other shit because I want to be 30 retired, you know? Like, that's what I was thinking in my mind. So I didn't know the millennial way of doing shit at that time. I got real old school is what I'm gonna put it as.
Yeah.
You know? But what was the question?
Building your fan base.
Building my fan base. Footwork. So I didn't have no Instagram. As soon as I started doing music, I made an Instagram so I could let niggas know about like my little showcases and shit like that. And just show my personality because I was still like, again, going to Specs Howard. At least I was gonna podcast, show my personality that way or whatever. But footwork. Everywhere I went, Instagram. I learned new ways to market, made myself cooler. I got shirts. You know what I'm saying? I did photo shoots. Once I got to, I'm going to say 2,000 followers just on foot, people sharing each other, me going to other people's events, supporting people, networking when I have shows, connecting with other artists. Because it's not about, the most tangible form of currency is networking, of who you know, connections. That's the word I was looking for. That right there is more than money. You feel me? Who you know can get you somewhere more than a nigga paying for a slot. You can get more privileges with knowing somebody than paying. Like, your money does no good.
Say that again for the people, because I don't think people understand.
No, real shit. Like, who you know means way more than paying for things. And that's why people need to understand, as artists, this shit is customer service. You need to put your best foot forward. You need to make sure you are likable. Or if you're not going to be likable, you need to make sure that you're not seen, that you're a mythical being. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to make it to where niggas gotta see you. Oh my fucking goodness, he is so sweet. I don't see him nowhere other than concert. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be that person that people want to see all the time, that they gonna pay for your subscriptions. They gonna watch your reels 1,000 times. That's gonna get you paid. They gonna listen to your music. They gonna show up to all your pop-up shops. And shit, oh, they came to my little barbecue. I gotta come to their show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just reciprocation of energy. So that right there was the biggest form of my organic growth. And then once I got, like I said, to, I say 2,500, 2,000 followers, that's when I started getting my Detroit opportunities. And from there, that was based off marketing and promotion. Like, I dropped my shit for the first time on, well, my manager did. Shout out to Rampage, Sagittarius season. He just had a birthday. Shout out to Bills. They just had a birthday. Yay! Anyway, my manager put my cipher on Detroit Rap News, the Hip Hop Lab, V-Live Keys, all that shit. And yeah, it just started bringing traction after we realized that you could market and put your content on other pages for promotion and people could like it, you know, and they come follow you. That's a great investment. You know what I'm saying?
Especially for like an independent artist, like looking at your brand as a business, understanding the marketing aspect is so important. We talk about this a lot in the podcast. Like, artists will come in, be a like studio killer, like shut it down in the studio, but then nobody really gets a chance to hear all the work that you just put in. It's like going out there, like you said, cross promotion with other. You basically stealing traffic from other people to build your fan base is like super, super important.
Hey, smart people know that there's no such thing as stealing traffic for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, once I expose you and you expose me, we exposed. You know, and that's really just what it is. Like, once that picture get out, that shit is out. Then people is gonna see it. So I really just look at it like, you know, it's strength in numbers. Even if you don't fuck with me, you gonna see me. And I'm with the people that's hot. So who cares if you don't fuck with me personally? I'm still gonna get in the room because I know these people. I didn't have to pay them to get here. I didn't have to pay to get in the party. I know the hot people. So it's really just like, you gotta learn when to... I don't like the word humble. I really don't, because I feel like the word humble means beneath. I like the word modest. Modest mean like, you know, just not being flagrant with your shit. I like when niggas are modest. I think being modest and being able to take the back seat and be a team player is good, because it don't always have to be about you. People can admire that about you and also give you opportunities, you know? So it's really just being sound in yourself, going out there, meeting these people, know when to invest. know when to invest. Don't invest in every fucking thing. Know when to invest. And even with the connections that you make, know when to invest. You know, you don't have to lay down with these people. You don't have to go be gang with these people. You don't have to, go over their house and eat their fucking food. You don't have to do none of that. You just have to know how to be cordial enough to keep your connections and invest when it's time to. Because that's how a lot of people fuck up, thinking that everything is sweet when these people don't know you. You don't know these people.
Exactly. 100%. No. Would you want to go ahead?
So before we go off that topic and everything, what are some great accomplishments just from when you started hitting Detroit rap news? You started hitting all the places, right? What are some things you look back like, damn, that was low key a big move? Because a lot of these things, people that's been rapping 10 years, and there's no knock to that. But sometimes it's like too, when somebody starts doing that and they start getting that run early. That means that they're like, this person is actually talented. This person, is a little bit different than the rest. So when did you look back and be like, yo, there's some things I should low-key be proud of right now?
Not gonna lie, I look back on a lot of shit and be like, damn, my life sweet as hell. Like, no lie. Like, even sitting here with y'all, I've been knowing this nigga Meech since high school.
Yeah.
To be a rapper now, sitting here doing a podcast out of nowhere, we done been through monumental shit. For me to sit here and actually like recording with, that's crazy. That's sweet as fuck. Me knowing Eastside Egg Roll, because we used to work together, like being cool before he was Eastside Egg Roll, and being able to talk music with a nigga that's popping now, that's cool. Yeah. It's like, oh, I could be that. Being around people and being in those rooms just prior to, before they became what they are now, is a big accomplishment. But for myself personally, I'm not even gonna say but, however, for myself personally, my big accomplishments, it start with, I made $200 on DistroKid. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
I was like, wow, I could do that. I made $200 with my Instagram Reels recently.
Yeah.
Wow, nigga, now I'm about to make a reel every 5 minutes. we talk about rapping. I'm about to be on the next Tubi movie, y'all. Crazy. Like, big accomplishment. The last show that I just did this weekend, it sold out. There was no more online tickets.
Congratulations.
Crazy. I was in the car with Shawty Cash, who does that. I've been rapping, like hardcore rapping, I say, since 2021 to 2022, but I'm going to say 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say the pandemic.
Yeah.
But I've been on the tape with John Boy. I'm the only female on there. I'm the only female on Big Worm's tape. Like, Babyface Raiden stamped me. I done worked with Jungle. I done been off of Show Mag. I don't know how many times with no following. I had like 3,000 followers. I did In the Field before all the famous people got on there. Like, I did In the Field and got traction too. You feel me?
Yeah.
I did a lot of shit. Like, I did a lot of stuff. I was on Headlights Hip Hop when that shit first started. When V Live Keys was starting that shit, I was one of the first females to be on like one of the female compilation tapes from the pandemic up. Like, I really just been involved. Like, I have so many steps and that I've taken to get to this point. And I look back and be like right now it's surreal. It'd be like, damn, why y'all like me so much? Then I look back and be like, oh, bitch, you ain't stopped working.
Yeah.
You might have switched lanes. Not even switched lanes. You might have switched cars. But bitch, you ain't stopped driving. I feel like, the movie Taxi with Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you just pulled the paint off this one.
Just trying to hit a button and
Hey,
turn
you
to a
feel
whole
me?
different
Switch
car,
this
yeah.
plate. Now you got another destination. Like, it's just like, damn, all right, I haven't stopped working. I can't stop working because look at where it got me. Like, literally, it's niggas calling me their favorite. It's niggas that want to work with me. It's niggas that don't believe that I freestyle, that they willing to pay to see it. Like, it's almost like a circus. Sometimes I'll be sitting there like, what do you mean you don't believe me? You want to pay me how much? All right, let's rap. All right, like, all right, of course, I got a beard. You want me to show you? Like, it's just like weird. It's crazy. People come up, people know my songs. It is even me having dancers back when Botfires. I told myself there are certain platforms that I'm not going to again pay for because my money don't mean shit in this industry. I've learned that. I paid for hella slots, paid the highest slot. Shit ain't get me nowhere, you know? So I told myself 2019, like there's certain platforms that you're not gonna pay to get on. You're gonna make it to where these people gotta come to you. Like if they want they shit to slap, if they want they shit to rock, if they want, you know what I'm saying, any type of traction, that them niggas gotta come to you and ask you, hey, how can we put a plate on your table? Or how can we get you to put your plate on our table for this long? You know what I'm saying? And when them niggas reached out to me and was like, hey, we want you to come do Back with them bonfires. Your set is going to be this time. It could have been 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They reached out to me, though.
Yeah.
And I had that written in a journal. Like, you're going to get on this. You're going to have, those be the biggest accomplishments. I said, what? This year I want 10,000 followers. 2 years ago, a lady told me I couldn't perform at a concert because Instagram is like your resume. And my resume just don't have enough on it right now. They don't even look at people that don't have 10,000
I know. Do you
followers.
remember her name? I don't want to call her out.
I don't.
But those moments, those type of things, those are actual motivators. Because I do that too.
I didn't even get her name. Because I came straight up with, hey, how do you know what I'm saying? Hey, my name is so-and-so. How do you get into da-da-da? Can I see your Instagram? Oh, we don't even talk to people that don't have 10,000 followers or more.
Damn.
That mean you don't have no traction. And at the time, I didn't. I was low. I was in the 3,000ers. But bitch, for sure, Matt just called me. You sure you don't want to talk to me? You sure you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, well, cool. So when I realized, okay, first I'm going to give myself some more music so I can put it out there so I can have something to give a concert to, one. Then I'm going to work on getting 10,000 followers. I'm at 8,200 right now. By January, 10,000 is what I want, and I'm going to get it. So y'all heard it here. I said it out loud to y'all. It's like on
I kind of want you to kind of expand on too, because the actual videos themselves, it's not like you just wake up and just post anything. Like your videos are worth watching too. Like a lot of the treatment to the videos are you can see how you pay attention to the outfits, even the cars that are in it, the actual breakdown of where we at, how many people show up. Those things aren't even easy to get over, right? And I know that firsthand from shooting a video. It's like you can't get people to show up on time. But even that, when you're building your page, how do you stay on top of things like that and then still give somebody something to watch? Because you got to sit down, you got to talk to the director. There's a lot that goes into that.
Well, first knowing your director. Oh, no, fuck all of that. Before knowing your director, you have to know what you want. I can't say that. And I think that was something that I struggled in with engineers because I don't know how to actually convey what I'm looking for in sound. So it's like when you meet somebody who get it, it's perfect. When it comes down to visually showing somebody what it is that I want to look like or I want some shit to be, I'm good at that. So I make visual references. I go through multiple videos. I told y'all I'm good at cutting shit. Cut shit out, put it together, match my video. Fuck all that. 2020, shout out to Fame in Miami. Punch me in, Fame. We went to Incognito in Miami. Just found a fucking studio. And he played one of the songs that we recorded, but he went to a mainstream video. So Money Party. That nigga went to Doja Cat and City Girls. I think it was that Act Up or whatever. No, they want to Act Up. It's another one. But he went to that and played my song underneath that, and it matched. It was like, oh, this is what my video gotta look like. These bitches have file cabinets and all of that. So when you look at Money Party, it was kind of like, it was a ghetto version of it for real. You know what I'm saying? We was at a table. I had bitches, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, so when I saw that was like, oh, I could do that for real? I took that shit and ran with it. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, cool. So I started going through and chopping up videos, putting them bitches together and showing niggas this is the lighting that I want. I want this shit to be around a car. It could be any car, but I want that shit to look like that. Yeah. I want to have 2 outfits, make that shit blend like this somehow. And I want this bitch to flash. Yeah, because I don't know how to... Niggas gonna be like, Taylor, you're talking too fast. 1. 2, what? Watch this video. They be like, oh, I got you. So when I was working with GMT, directed by Diego, Rolling Films, I worked with a couple of people. I was able to give them that, and they were able to deliver because that's their job. You're supposed to be able to see some shit and make it come to life. You feel me? I did my part. I actually did your part. You feel me? I came with the board. So I actually made your job a little easier. Now you just got to go figure out where the fuck we going to do all this stuff at. I even know where to get the cars from. But for real bad, some of that should be improv. You know, like, people don't show up on time. Yeah, for sure. Like, I was supposed to have way more people there. That didn't happen. But shit, it's your job to make the room look smaller and make these people look bigger. Not mine. Nigga, I showed you what it is that I want. Figure out, that's your job. Figure out what it is that I need in order to make this look like at least the closest to that. And if that's not possible, it's also your job to tell me, hey, this shit is unrealistic, think something else.
Yeah.
So, you feel me? It's all about communication. That, I also pride myself on being a good host. You know, although you are an artist and this is your video shoot, nigga, you ain't got no budget right now, do you? No. So you gotta make sure these niggas at least feel like they're having a good time. Just make it a party. Yeah. Tell niggas to come on by. Have food. Tell niggas to bring their own weed if you ain't got enough weed to supply everybody. But have food and a drink. It could be wine, water, pop. Niggas love pop. That's crazy. I learned that. Niggas love pop.
Hey, which pop you think?
Hey, niggas will go crazy over the orange Fagos. You're crazy. What? You
Orange
come in with the
Fagos.
2 liters? I bought 2 orange Fagos, 1 Ohana raspberry, 1 lemonade, and a Mountain Dew. Oh, and a Sprite. Niggas killed my Sprite. Niggas killed all the orange pop. I mean, them bitches was gone in 2 seconds. And what was last was the motherfucking the Ohana red. Everything else was left. It was like, yeah, we don't want that. These drinks we like. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas took the cups, all the breadsticks. They don't even care about the pizza. I ain't have to go get Jets. I was like, hey, y'all, my budget low. I got Little Caesars for y'all. Y'all butter pie?
I don't know, man. Little Caesars is a banger regardless, though. I don't know about that.
I be thinking niggas is bougie, like they want Jets, Domino's. No, niggas just want to be able to eat and drink something. Kick my feet up, smoke. Like, nigga, I don't want to go to the crib. I want to chill at show shit. They just want to chill.
Yeah.
Once I realized that, I was like, oh, niggas gonna love my video shoots. And guess what? Niggas pull up. Hey, you got something going on? Hey, you ain't, they call me. You ain't shooting a video? Because I ain't got shit to do today.
Yeah.
You should shoot a video. Now I'm about to start telling niggas to buy my videos. You want to chill? Make my video then, nigga. I got a song we can shoot right now. Some bitches just called me too. Come on, let's have a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that shit into a business. You wanna hate? It's only gonna cost you $600.
Yeah, low key, but circling back to the, I know you talked about being on Worms Project and then Damn John Boy, right? So how are those studio experiences? What are some takeaways? Just even things you learned how to move as an artist in a professional light. But what are some takeaways just from that experience working with people that are professional who are solidified in the music industry?
Okay, this is how I'm gonna put this. First things first, all that shy shit, y'all gotta get that shit out. Cause me, myself, like with the John Boy tape, I was shy, nervous, nigga wanted me to go first. I was like, oh, me first? Your tape? You sure? All right, cool. You sure? Like every time the nigga, like as I inched into the booth, you sure? Very nervous. So I could have showed my ass way more. So when you get your opportunities, you know what I'm saying, just show your ass. Don't think about it too much. That's one. Boom. As far as professionalism go, lower your expectations.
I ain't expect that. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be a whole different.
You coming from a background, you in corporate America, you seeing shit.
I get what you're saying.
I appreciate you bringing that up, and I didn't have to. I come from a corporate background. I am very punctual for the most part. And if I don't, I'm going to text you and let you know, hey, in traffic, hey, can't make. I got this thing called SIA, cover your ass. SIA is my favorite little acronym. I'm always with that, you know? So I always come over prepared. I never want to be that bitch that niggas got a story about. Man, that bitch, because I hear how they do other female artists, because these bitches do be like that. I've seen it, you know? So I can't, they're not wrong. I just don't want to be that girl.
Yeah.
So when I go in thinking that, oh, these niggas is as serious as me, they doing this shit, they're like your cousins, you know? Niggas might not answer the phone. You could be at the door for 15 minutes. You need to learn how to police knock. You know what I'm saying? Shit, there's a possibility. Yeah, like, and this is not even those guys in particular.
This is a general thing.
This is just a general thing with bigger people in general, because this go from DJs to artists to A&Rs, all of that. Just lower your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Until you know for a fact that this is how you got to do it. Now, that don't mean be a dick. That don't mean don't show up, don't call niggas. Just don't make yourself look bad. Don't incriminate yourself trying to figure out what other niggas is gonna do. Always be yourself. I'm always be punctual. But I do know that I can go sit outside and smoke for a minute. If I do pull up and I hit my blunt, I'm gonna sit outside for 10, 15 minutes, finish my blunt before I go in here. Ain't no telling what these niggas doing. And if I walk in, I'm 10, 15 minutes like, hey, I was in the parking lot. you know?
Yeah.
But it's more so like, read the room. Just don't do too much. Continue to be yourself. Communication is key. But yeah, overall, lower your expectations because the shit is just music. It's literally just music. People project false expectations onto niggas based off what they hear. And I understand how it's possible because this is our only way of knowing you. We don't know you for real. We can't call you. We don't see you every day. So we can only go based off what you're telling us. But people need to also realize this is portions of our life that we can convey to these sounds. If we could, this bitch would be an audible and we would be doing podcasts all day to a beat, you know? It would be that. So with that being said, just be grateful and show your ass. That's it. You get in them rooms, show your ass. And that's it. Because you never know. A nigga might put you on their tape and drop it the next day. Like John Boy did with me. And when I listen to it, I love that niggas like it. I should have showed my ass. I was timid. I was nervous. The nigga he was recording. He got a documentary that's gonna come out with that bitch. I had a camera over my shoulder. I was tight as hell. I wish I was out of my head. So for any artists that get approached by anybody, you know what I'm saying, that's bigger than them, that got a bigger following, always look to be the best version of you in those rooms because you never know where that shit gonna go. You know?
Absolutely.
I mean, I feel like just to touch on that, that's a big critique of just somebody who sometimes can be hard on themselves. Because I listened to the verse, it was dope. You know, listening to it, I think it was dope. But that's just been a hard critique on yourself. And as an artist, I feel like a lot of people do that too as well. But it was definitely a dope verse. Yeah.
Thank you. That's John Boy though.
Yeah.
I could have gave that shit to one of my mans. I should have went crazy, and I'm going first. But don't get me wrong, my swag, my sauce, my voice is my voice. That's why niggas fuck with me. Like, it's a girl that can keep up with us. For the most part, that's all niggas care about. Can you keep up? You know? Yeah. Are you in this? Are you about to make can I listen to my song with you on it? Ultimately, I give myself that all the time. I'm never gonna make a nigga want to turn the song off. If anything, I'm making him play it more.
I feel like you failed if you did that as an artist.
No, literally, if you're the nigga who got the verse that everybody cut it off on, the whole group is fucked. Like whenever they see your name on the song, they just know not to go there.
And I don't. It's certain songs growing up, man. Listening, like, man, I don't want to say the name, but I love Taylor Gang growing up, right? But it's a certain Taylor Gang artist that every time they got on the end, I'd be like, bro, y'all could have just ended the song. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all could have just let that bitch go out. I know you're talking about.
He got some cold verses on other songs. It's just
not
certain
that
ones.
One, buddy.
Yeah, it's like nah.
But that's what you gotta learn. Sometimes niggas be like, hey, put my man, hey, nigga, I wanna hop on that. All right. Yeah. You know, sometimes you get a hit, sometimes you get a miss. But it just be more misses than none. But I'm glad you said Taylor Gang. That's somebody I strongly built my outlook of my journey on. Wanted to be on YouTube, wanted to share my journey, wanted to podcast, wanted to vlog, you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to be intimate with my people, you know, give y'all music every fucking where. Like, nigga, we doing everything, about to smoke weed, come have a weed bash, you know? Let's do some bullshit like that. Yep, I love Wiz Khalifa. My name is Taylor. If you go through all his old shit, I'm probably the first comment on every video. Hey, my name is Taylor Gang. Yeah. Lame as fuck. So Wiz, when you see me, because you gonna see me, and I ask you about that, just go ahead and give me my Taylor Gang chain. No problems. just fork me my shit over, because I've been repping Taylor. Like, I've been repping that shit for a long time.
That's crazy.
Easy. Like, don't expect me to be on no fucking songs or nothing. Just give me my chain. You know, I respect it.
Yeah, shout out to Wiz. That was actually my first concert I ever went to.
Which one you go to?
I went to one, I think it was at like the Fillmore or some shit. Like,
what year?
It was like high school.
Damn. Well, I mean, shit.
It was back when he was real, like, when he was doing like...
What year was that still?
I want to say 2013,
okay.
2014.
I went to my first Wiz concert, 2000, the one, Oceans, when he came out with that.
Okay, yeah.
Him and, what's that nigga, Bobby Shmurda? Not Bobby Shmurda. Ray Shrimmer.
Ray Shrimmer, okay.
No, it was a something, you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Wiz. He's been going hard. Talk about somebody that now, the thing about Wiz, a lot of people don't know, like, when he was first coming up, he was bouncing around between a couple different labels. I think he was with, like, Rostrum Records at first, and then he was I think he signed. I forget who ended up
Not,
signing
I
with.
think like because Wiz May's one of my favorite artists. Rockstar Records, I think was the label he was always signed to, but they would do like a partnership with like they might be here, they might be with Atlantic, but Rockstar was like the home, and then they would just figure out from there like, are we on Warner Brothers here, we on Atlantic or something like that. But
but I feel like Wiz Khalifa signing was like one of the best things that he could have done for his career. But every artist not like that. Do you think that signing is gonna be something that you're gonna do in your future, or do you want to stay the independent route?
Yes, I think signing will be good for me. I believe that I'm marketable. So I feel that anybody who picks me up would be very fortunate to have me because I can make them a lot of money in a lot of different areas, as I tend to do on my own if they don't come get me. I do feel that when a label comes to you and you don't have anything to offer, you're fucked.
Right, you ain't got no leverage.
You know, when you only got followers, you kind of got to do what they tell you. So I'm more so worried about stamping myself as a brand. So when they do come and get me, they have to give me what I want and more. Because they know, like I know, confidently, for sure, that, oh, if I put my money behind her, that, you know what I'm saying, we gonna get this back. I also feel that's something that women lack. And now, right now, is backing, right? And I'm gonna say male backing specifically because this is a male-dominated industry. So if you look at like Eve, she had the Rough Riders.
Facts,
Lil Kim had Biggie and Junior Mafia. Shit, Foxy Brown had her niggas. Nicki Minaj had Fetty and Young Money and all of them. Like, Missy had her squad, Timbaland and all of them. Like, they always had a male that was already in the door, pushing them through the door, or at least vouching for them to get in the door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like as females, that's also something we need to.
Yeah,
like,
that cosign is very important.
It is. It gotta be. It either has to be a plethora of cosigns or it has to be the cosign for a girl. Like, you have to have that nigga say, oh, she's it, take her. Or you gotta have to say, all the niggas gotta say, hey, take her.
Right. The most perfect example is like Lil Wayne when he co-signed Nicki.
When he co-signed Nicki, was
He's like vouched for her when he was the biggest artist fucking in the world. Yeah.
Then when other people start vouching for her, they made her the queen. There was other women rapping.
her pen game was nice too. So
And we not gonna take away from her talent so she can keep up. Wayne vouched for her. Now we see her. She done been next to all these other niggas. They vouch for her. She has to have a crown. What? Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Kanye, with all these niggas, including Wayne, all these other niggas vouch for her too. We gotta give her title. We gotta give her this. We gotta have these expectations. It's a gotta. Now we have to. I like that impact as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to. With Eve, she bowed out gracefully. She had no bad, nothing on her name. You feel me? She just went and lived her life. So y'all have to treat her with respect because her entire time here, she was on her shit. And when she decided to exit, she didn't exit with no beef. She didn't exit with no turmoil. She just got the fuck on. You feel me? And when y'all saying that she was doing good, y'all, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to those conversations, you got to do it. Same with Missy. You can't say shit about her. You know, she's always been in her own lane. When she stopped doing hip hop shit, when Aaliyah passed and times changed and she started doing dance music, niggas don't discredit her for the shit she done before because she was able to bow out gracefully. So it's just one of those things where it's like, all those women had their journey to prove and their leverage to earn, like to demand is what I'm getting to.
Right.
Like they all had that pedestal that they had to be on because of all of the shit that they did. Like there's not one person that can say, oh, they suck or, oh, this was bad without mentioning something good that they did.
Right.
A plethora of good things that they did. And that's the impact that I feel women need to remember that we need to have. It's even like that with rock, R&B, all of that. Everybody who has a name, has a story, and had a grind of some sort, but they all had a cosign. So it's like, you gotta get your cosign.
Who's the artist right now who like you think can give you that cosign?
Well, shit, I got co-signed by everybody, but in today's world, it's different. Like, Instagram is different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Ray, Lonnie, Tone.
It's all about timing too.
Like, you know what I'm saying? There's not one major Detroit rapper. There's not one that hasn't been like, oh yeah, she's sweet. But, you know, it's different when you're with them. It's just one of those things. And a lot of that shit with Detroit, we're scorned. We're scorned as a people. One person leave us in the dust or fuck us up or do something wrong, all you niggas gotta pay. All you niggas gotta pay up front and on the back end. Yeah. And it's easy to get caught up in that when you extend yourself and with something so vulnerable as music, something such as a hobby as music, something that has more of a risk than a reward initially as music. So I can understand, but it's not right. And because of that, it just make the work harder, or it make niggas wanna put their weak ass friends on the song instead of you. Cause he's sitting here at the studio with him every night.
Yeah, a lot. I've experienced like certain things like that where it's not always about the work that somebody puts in, but I'm somebody that, you know, you do have your relationships. It is about networking and things like that, but it's also, man, if the person got the work, they over here doing what they need to do, and the song is hard, they ready, you know? And the thing about putting your friends on songs when they don't do the work is that, like, it just doesn't end well as far as investments, because then you don't worry about people showing up to the video. Are they going to continue to rap? And you're literally giving your time. So you want to do that. If this is a business, you want to do that with people who are professional in the business aspect. You don't want to just, like, we were kids. It's fun if we want to just fuck around on a song or something like that. But if you really getting paid off of music, no, you shouldn't just want to fuck around, because we could be making some money right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the mission. That's the motto all the time.
You heard me. I only got $200. Shit, let that shit get to $2,000. I'm quitting my job. You're crazy. Like, what? Nigga, I'm about to figure out how to make a song, generate this much every day. Yeah, no. But I haven't got to that point yet. You know, once I figure out how to get that algorithm in there. But even with my friends, I feel like I have a lot of creative people around me. And one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to charge you for a feature. You know what I'm saying? No matter how big I am, I'm never going to charge you for a feature. But what I am going to charge you in is time and work ethic. You got to show me you want to do this shit for yourself. I'm not giving nobody shit because I'm sure of myself. I'm sure of what I'm doing. I literally relinquish myself of financial stability in order for me to be a public figure for people who I have to prove myself to for them to fucking pay me. When I've been doing that with these people who give me a check every week, it's the same shit. I just get more free reign to prove myself in what area. So it's more so like with my friends, I'm not bringing you out on no show, giving you no set if you're not getting your shit mixed. I'm not putting you on this or doing that if you're not going to, you know, because I put my best foot first. My first impression is the last thing when these niggas book me because I did a good job the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they want me back the second time. I'm not putting that on the line for nobody because at the end of the day, shit, you can go off and go work for somebody or get an opportunity that I don't have. I'm still gonna work, but I'm never going to not put you in a position to have the same opportunities that I have. But I'm gonna make sure that you're not misrepresenting yourself as well as me. Because if I stab anybody, it's gonna be a good one. And I feel like that's with anybody. But I feel like with Detroit, they just be like, you know, we ain't stabbing none of you niggas if you ain't my niggas.
I know, like, it's also a matter of self-awareness, because when in a situation that we talk about, like, let's say Young Money, Cash Money, right? Lil Wayne wasn't always the guy. He had to wait for his time, right? It was Juvenile at one point. Even BG was ahead of him, right? So it's not about like you can rap. Nobody's saying you're not talented, but sometimes you need somebody to be like, hey, we're gonna get this person through the door, right? And when he did that, Drake is bigger, arguably, than a lot of rappers that were originally on Cash Money, but he had to wait his turn to be, hey, it's my turn now, right? So when you get to that point where it makes sense now, we have an established amount of songs in the catalog, you prove yourself, then somebody might open the green light, but it's always a proving ground when you go into a studio. I wouldn't want to give somebody everything I have if I first met them just because they told me. You're gonna want to see them do it over a period of time. And how can you sustain that shit? But like you said, like, I think yours is really about time, and you have everything. And I see the work ethic too. It's just really about just running this course, you know?
No, for real. I feel if I would have known who I was beforehand, and I feel like that's anybody. You know, if I knew then what I knew now, I would have been up. So what I want to do is make sure that doesn't become a regret to me. You know? So I work hard every day in my current stages to make sure that that shit don't mean nothing. That's really just a character builder. Like, I could really do that, because if I was that then, I'm that now. You feel me? I can't let time trick me out my spot. Fuck people. I can't let time trick me out my spot. And I like when other artists bigger than us who are in these positions share their story, like Wiz, like Jay-Z, like 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who started here, went there. Niggas who was 30 when they started. You know what I'm saying? I think Ari Lennox had a little interview and she was talking about, like, shit, I'm this age and I was on my way to work and got a call. You feel me? Like, that's good to know that a nigga chose this over that, because some people don't know, because it's not our reality until it becomes that. So I just want to make sure, like, I help niggas under me understand, like, this can happen to anybody. This, you making music, like, niggas who make music, niggas who engineer, people who have the want to do this shit, really damn near woke up and wanted to do this shit. This was in them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even the want to seek out information to want to do this shit, that's something that you just have. So when you know you have something, pay attention to that. You know? Like, and that's really that's the biggest thing about this music shit for real. Because a lot of people not gonna get it. Like, people not gonna get it. The niggas close to you not gonna get it. Your family not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of your friends not gonna get it. Relationships. All of that shit, you just gotta know. You have to know. Like, you yourself.
Yeah, and it's a tool. We talked about it earlier, but we didn't go in depth. It's the show and love aspect. I know you to show love and give credit. You know, but in Detroit, it's not always shown that you show love first. Some people look at that as a weakness, right? But it's almost like a good level of self-awareness to say, hey, that verse was hard. You know what I'm saying? Or just reaching out to somebody like, hey, I like your work. I want to move forward. But even that's not something you see a lot of times. People are scared to say, yo, you had a dope verse. You know, they're constantly worried about, I don't know what they can be worried about, but I'm not that type of person. I see that you're not afraid to really show people love.
Sometimes I force myself to. Because once you realize that this is a competitive sport, you put your pass on and you get the plan, you know? And once I realized that this was a competitive sport, something in my energy changed. Something that I've never unlocked ever. And I found myself not wanting to tell nobody shit, you know? I felt like it wasn't necessary, which it's not. It's not necessary for you to show love at all, actually, you know, in this music industry, because love is gonna be shown when y'all niggas is in the same room. You're gonna show love to the niggas who need to be in your realm. Sometimes you could be giving your love away to niggas that don't need it, you know? Just because you're trying to make you validating yourself. Showing love is a self-validation thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I showed this nigga love today. You know, it makes you feel good about yourself. All in all, you know what I'm saying? It's more selfish than selfless. So sometimes you really don't have to do that shit. I find myself, though, showing love because I realize what showing love does for me. And as an artist, especially the females, I show love to more than anything, because this shit get lonely, shit get cold, shit get competitive, shit get weird. And when I hear somebody say, oh, I like your song, or I hear somebody playing my shit, or somebody send me anything, you know what I'm saying, a comment, it makes me want to go in the studio. Like, it literally gives me, like, I'm about to go make another song. It could be one person, 5 people, 2 people, it could be however many. But when I realized what that meant for me, I could only imagine how the next female feels. Especially in a room where everything is catty because of what other niggas told you. A lot of these females haven't even seen each other. We haven't had the opportunity to even be in the same room yet because from the outside looking in, we can't be. So when you show bitches like, no, we can actually be in the room, and if we put our heads together, we can take off. Like the girls that do wigs, like the girls that do lashes, like the girls that, we could really do this here. We could do that. I feel like, you know, eventually it's gonna come to a Brea. Brea's a good person that's showing love. You know, she had to put me on shit. Like nothing. You feel me? Called and asked me if I would be on her platform. That was awesome. You feel me? That right there was a test to, oh yeah, females fuck with each other. Regardless of which females is fucking with who, we can do it. You know? So if I can be the middle person, what is that word?
Middleman.
Not even
liaison.
the negotiator, or what's the word I'm looking for though?
Mediator. Get no good.
Mediator.
Yeah.
My nigga. If I could be the mediator,
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. Just let me facilitate the peace. You bitches can turn up.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like, that's why I call myself the blueprint. I want to show niggas like, look, you can get it this way. You can do it that way. You can do it like this.
You gotta look in the camera and say that one more time.
That's why I call myself the blueprint, so I can show niggas that you can do it this way, and you can stand 10 toes, and you can show love, or you can not show love, but you could be genuine and be yourself and really prevail in life. You don't have to be anybody else. You could really just be yourself and live long, happy, and free.
That's all
Literally.
right. That's all right.
So
Damn, that means it.
I wanna go into this next part of the podcast, right? So this one's a little bit more playful. We're gonna ask you a series of questions, but you gotta guess these lyrics, right? We're gonna have a list of people. There's gonna be lines in there, but you kind of go with the first one.
All right, let me get my blunt spark, because I usually suck at shit like this, but I'm sweet. Hey, you want me to tell you? A girl did this. See, I feel like with the niggas, I'm gonna be cool. So I listen to nigga music. People gonna get, you know what I'm saying? I like that. Throw up all the signs. Put your hood up. Yeah. I feel like with the niggas, I can hang. But she threw some shit in there like from Beyonce and Destiny's Child. I was like, bitch.
So these kind of cool. You
I
know,
was listening to Luther and DJ Quick and E40. I don't know this song in 2000. 2000, I was listening to 3 6 Mafia.
I want to ask that one.
I'm sipping on Scissor. I don't, you feel me? I bump Underground, UGK, Sweet Jones, nigga. I was out here tricking niggas off their candy bags. You mean? Excuse me, can I have your Kool-Aid and sugar?
The song.
Yeah.
Against the artist.
Ryan Spinners.
You want to say the name? Like that, bro.
Yeah, this one like who?
Y'all see this shit? They about to set me up. Whoever was giving me hearts, thank you. It was hard to look at y'all over here when I gotta be over there. But I hope y'all see the waves. The bitches is all the boys. Now for the wave and wavy, baby, y'all ready? I'm not ready.
Yo, man, I'm sick as hell. Sore throat. Goddamn, my bad, Joe.
What?
I'm over here coughing and shit.
See, that's shit. See? Y'all seen this? Y'all heard that? That's why niggas don't. That's why niggas gotta do Zooms from here on out. He wait till we 37 minutes into the podcast and say, I'm sick as hell.
I've been coughing in my coat, you know what I'm saying? Damn cool.
I feel you. It's raining outside. It was snowing. It was 80 degrees. I ain't gonna fuck with you. I told y'all I could take my shoes off in this bitch. If I didn't have holes in my stockings right now, I would put my feet on his carpet. So he's a clean guy. I trust him. He ain't sick. Take that back.
We take that back.
Yeah, we take that back. He not sick. He just scruffy. Is that better?
Yeah, you ready? All right. Are you ready? All
Scruffy right now.
Who said these lyrics? All these bands on me, I can't fucking
This
move.
nigga recite Damn. Guys.
Don't let it. You gotta give me.
Guys, yeah, please don't go yet. Damn.
We gonna give you a series of answers and then you pick the one.
Okay.
All right. All these bands on me, I can't fucking move. Was that Payroll Giovanni? Was that Peasy? Or was that Pablo Skywalking?
What was the line?
All these bands on me, I can't fucking move.
We're gonna go with PZ for 300.
So that's the final answer right there, Peasy.
The way y'all laughed, I'm gonna go Payroll. It's Pablo. All right, Pablo Skywalker.
For sure.
Sorry, guys. I've never listened to it before. The way niggas laughed, I knew I was wrong. Riz put his hand over his face. He said, no. Yeah.
So look, the next one is this one, all right? You ready?
I'm ready.
According to Bino, how drunk were the girls in the song Slimed Out? Were they pretty drunk? Drunk as fuck? Or fuck is drunk?
I'm gonna go with fuck is drunk for 300. I hope they was.
Yeah, she got that right. Yeah,
Good. I hope if a nigga getting me drunk, we getting fuck is drunk. That was all guessing. All guessing.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all see how I got my score on the ACT? All guessing. I did good too. Shout out to you, Mom.
All right, bet.
That's that freestyling ability.
All right. Who said these lyrics?
Well, it's when you do it. When he do it, I don't know. I love it. I'm glad you podcasting because you most definitely have a broadcasting voice.
Oh, thank you. All right. Because my niggas got them things on them, don't make me tell them put a beam on you. Was that Big Sean, Cash Kid, or Taylor Bentley? And what you...
If that was my lyric, y'all did a good job. I didn't speak.
And what did you mean by that?
I knew it was me, but then I said, wait, tell my nigga. Oh, yeah. We're going to go with Taylor Bentley.
Yeah, what you mean by that? What you said?
Can you say it again?
Because my niggas got them things on them, don't make me tell them put the beam on you.
I don't think that's what I said. What song was that?
I think I like it there, Ball Out, to be honest.
Ball Out?
It's definitely from the hood. I'm gonna play it.
You got to. A lot of people get my words wrong because I say a lot. But usually if my niggas got them things on them, I'm gonna tell them to put them beams on you. Yeah. But I don't think that's how I put it in there. If it was, I was high. Easy. Wow, that was funny. We got more?
Yeah, we got another. We got one more. You can ask that one.
All right. What artists say, I count every blessing, I count every dollar on what song, on the song, What Happened to Virgil? Was that Gunna, Lil Durk, Lil Baby, or neither?
That's fucked up. I lost this one too, guys. Because guess what? I've never heard that song. I only heard the hook. So I'm going to go with, say it again.
What artists say,
I'm going to go Lil Baby. Because he said count his blessings and count his dollars.
Ooh, that's
It was
tough.
not.
That's tough. That's tough.
So if it wasn't Baby, was it Dirk? We're going to go with my wrong answer. I'm going to take Little Baby for 150.
All right, so we got people in the room. Y'all want to help her out?
You don't even know the song.
Who? Little Baby? Oh, that's a toughie. He's not there.
I'll mess with these though. Yeah,
But that do sound like a Little Baby line. Was that a real line in the song?
Yeah, that's a real line in the song for sure. For sure.
Sorry. See, I told you I never heard the song
So
before.
I give you a hint. It was two artists on the song, and then the answers, Lil Baby.
That's all I know.
Lil Baby was not on the song, so it's two other artists in there.
What was the other two artists?
Gunna and Lil Durk.
I love Gunna. He love count his blessings. He's a prayed up guy.
Yeah, it's Gunna.
But see, so is Baby. He always count his blessings every time. Yeah. See, y'all just holy men. That's it.
But yeah, that was the last one for real.
That was.
That was also our first time doing something like that. I kind of wanted to twist it up, be more innovative.
That was sweet.
Yeah, for sure.
Next time, you should do that and incorporate like shots.
See, I wasn't sure if like just drinking on camera, somebody would be open to that.
No, you should let niggas.
Damn.
Right? What you mean? Like
I should have just I was like under the notion I don't know if she want to drink or
no,
something
that's
like
cool.
That.
I appreciate you like trying to hear, but I think next time like y'all should do that and incorporate shots and make him read it every time. You don't read shit. Yeah, and I mean like you got to come with the. He came with the teleprompter voice. And my niggas want to know, did you commit the crime or not? Did Drago, who got slimed out on this track? I like it. It was giving game show for real. I was fucked up. Like, who said that?
Damn, I look-key want to make up something right now.
You should. Make up some more so you can play. Man, he said this was some tough-ass questions, wasn't they? These niggas, again, naming songs. I said I like trap music, not Detroit music. Damn. I don't even listen. What about a wood? What happened?
I guess you gotta.
Time will put. You get the answer wrong.
Yeah.
You gotta take like 5 minutes quick.
Ooh, that'd be lit.
High as hell.
No, that'd be lit.
Who said this? White Lives Matter.
Every goddamn person in Tuscaloosa, Chuckalisa, Tennessee. White Lives Matter. That's who said it.
I was gonna say Kanye.
Nope.
Yeah, man, I seen Bandman Kello get that tatted.
What, White Lives Matter?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
What's that nigga name? The big one. And his name like, not Cat. I don't know him. He a rapper though. He got White Lives Matter tattooed on him too.
Bandman Kello, yeah.
Oh,
Bandman Kevo, yeah.
Bandman Kevo.
Yeah.
I was about to call that nigga Casanova. But I know it's not Casanova. Casanova would never.
But no, I definitely appreciate you coming out to the podcast.
for sure.
Thank you.
I don't personally feel like we covered enough. It's a lot of things just knowing you, just hearing that you have so many more stories.
Yeah, we gotta bring you back for sure.
And
I think that 32 Sound should add me to a segment that we just have where it's us in general. Like, we should create something where we
down,
all
yeah.
just like
Sure.
talk and,
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we
I
trying to
live
think
close.
of like little like different like content things we can do.
Well, y'all know, like I said, this is my background. I be wanting to do stuff. But we should you want me to put this on on the podcast or not? Okay. But like, I want to do this thing where we have story times,
Okay, yeah.
And so I wanted to do this thing where I start having story times and you post a clip of the actual story and then you start getting stories from people from Instagram, like strawberry letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like,
Story
do that.
time with Taylor Bentley.
I don't know. Or we could be just like 32 stories,
Yeah,
easy.
for sure.
And we have 32 stories, 32.
That'd be hard.
That'd
That'd be hard. Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you feel like you want to leave somebody that's tuning in and might not know the background you have in music, or somebody that's tuning in, or just your audience right now? Is there anything you want to leave them with right now? What you have coming next? Just even a tidbit of some advice.
I would more so leave them with advice. Because I don't want to tell y'all shit that's coming up next. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about who did it first. It's about who did it right. Boom. Okay, anyway. Hello, guys. Hello, rich friends. It's Taylor Bentley coming to you live, letting you know that you should put yourself first and put yourself second. Okay? For those who know, they know. For those who don't, got to do some self-reflecting. But remember, put yourself first and put yourself second. You'll always win.
So,
All right, bet. So we got Taylor Bentley in here.
where
Whatever
can
the
people
fuck I
find
want to
you?
go by.
Where did that part come from right there? I did want to ask you that.
Whatever the fuck I want to go by.
Yeah.
I was doing a whole bunch of shit. My beat tag is Sweet Jones. I was saying all types of shit for my tag at the beginning. Oh, and I used to talk in this voice. So I really like,
She should have did it.
Yeah, I do. I like talking like this a lot. So I was always British or whatever. So people didn't know if I was from England or if I was from America. So it was just like, I'm wherever the fuck I want to be, I tried to rap like this at one point in time and rap against myself, with this voice and that one. But I always end up English again. So I just put in my
I
tag.
didn't want to hear a rapper verse say English and English
It really
accent.
it doesn't work. I kid you not. It doesn't work for me yet because I say the words regularly. The accent leaves, but talking it's not a problem.
What's the song that everybody knows? Like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or something?
Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are, where you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle twinkle little star, how I wonder where you are. Yeah.
Boom, we got Taylor Bentley in here. That's the way to go out right there. She just got y'all with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in her accent voice. Boom.
Where can people find you at?
On Instagram, it's Blueprint Bentley, no E in blue, so that's BLUPRINT BENTLEY. That's Instagram. But my name is Taylor Bentley on all platforms. And you spell Bentley for the people who don't know how to spell Bentley, because my biggest pet peeve is when people misspell Bentley. It's BENTLEY. I hope you find a
I thought she
luxury
was
car.
going to spell it a different way. People misspell that.
No, they spell it BENTLY. That is so ghetto.
Damn.
Like, no, because what's fucked up is my name is Taylor. My name is Taylor. I mean, so simple, right? It used to piss me off that when I used to do phone orders, they would call me Kayla, or they would spell my name with an H or an ER. So I stopped putting in phone orders with my real name and start calling myself January, whatever the fuck I want to go by. Every time I say my name, a nigga call me something else. Damn. So I start calling myself January when I place food orders because they got that right. No problem. Going there, hey, January, that's hers. They give me my shit. Then, Bentley. Niggas start spelling my shit Bentley.
I don't know how that's
they
possible.
never seen a car.
Damn.
Yeah. But I started calling myself Bentley when I was working at Northlando. Because too many people kept coming up to me, calling me Taylor, and I didn't know if I knew it from school or not. So it's just whatever the fuck. Like, I'm just everywhere.
So,
Yeah. Bye, guys. Whatever the fuck I want to go by. And Taylor Bentley on all platforms. Spell it right or pay me.
so, so next time, follow, subscribe, ask questions. We
Yeah.
out. Peace.